Hey guys, Chauncey Phillips here with my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Taking a go out today, see what things came out, see what things are on sale today. Now today though, I know the big release that comes out today is Judd Apatow's new film, which stars Pete Davidson, the King of Staten Island. That one comes out today. Also, today is the day when Deep Blue Sea 3 officially releases, because that one originally was only available as like a Walmart exclusive for the first month, but now it's available everywhere, so that should be in like Target and Best Buy and places like that, and you can get it on Amazon. But like I said, at first it was only available in Walmart for the first month. Other than that, though, there are a handful of other things as well, and there is one main thing I want to try and find, which looks like it should be available in Walmart, so it's like a fingers crossed. Hopefully they have it in there. But also, though, at the end of this video is going to be a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys, so some really cool stuff. And as always, too, in the comments below, let me know what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that I reviewed, if you guys have seen them, what you guys thought of them. Also, if you guys plan on picking any of them up. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. Well, luckily enough in here, though, they did put out all the new stuff in the section. They have the King of Staten Island here, which is one I'm definitely going to have a review of this one soon. I'm waiting for a copy of this one to come to review. But this one is $24.99 for this one. If you guys have seen this one, though, let me know what you guys thought of this one. But like I said, I'm really looking forward to watching this one. And like I was saying, that's $24.99 for the Blu-ray, and then $19.99 for the DVD of that one. And then Deep Blue Sea, like I was saying, is now available everywhere. And that's $19.99 for the Blu-ray, $14.99 for the DVD. And then they have the Bella Thorne movie. This is one I'm definitely going to get. But for some reason, it doesn't have a slipcover. And normally the Vertical Entertainment titles have slipcovers. So I don't know if I might wait and go to Walmart and then come back if Walmart doesn't have it. I might do that. But it's $12.99 for this one. This is one I really, really want to watch. I'm always a fan of Bella Thorne. And this other one, Yes, God, Yes, that release. And I heard it was kind of like saved a little bit. And that one is $12.99 as well. That has Natalie Dyer from, the Stranger Things. And then The Flash, it's the 6th season here. That one is $31.99 for the Blu-ray. $29.96 for the DVD of that one. But yeah, though, in the front of the store, though, they didn't put the new releases here. It seems like I've noticed in Target, it doesn't look like the front of the store is always changing out the new releases. So like sometimes I come in here and think, uh-oh, they're not gonna have the new releases out. But then I check the section and they do switch them. But usually they were, like up until like a couple months back, they would always switch this section out. But I haven't seen them do it in a while, or not as often. So like if you ever come in here, guys, and you see the front here and you don't see anything changed, always go to the actual section and check. I've noticed that now, because it doesn't seem like I said, it's always changed. But I'm definitely going to head to Walmart, though, just to see if those ones have a slipcover on them, for the Bella Thorne movie. And like I'm going to Walmart anyway, so like to look at this stuff anyway. So I want to wait. But if Walmart for some reason doesn't have those, the Bella Thorne one put out, I'm definitely just going to come back here and get it. But as far as I can remember, I don't think I've ever seen a Vertical Entertainment release not have a slipcover on it. So like as far as I don't really recall ever seeing one, because the one that was out like 2 weeks back, the Theo James movie Archive, had one. So maybe it's just some weird thing that like Target didn't have slipcovers on them, or maybe they're just not going to have the slipcovers anymore. But I always like to have the slipcover. I know some people really don't care about them, but for some reason, to me, I always really like to have them, especially for certain ones too, like like with Shout Factory ones and stuff like that. Like, to me, those are always like a must. Like, I absolutely love the slipcovers for ones like that. But we'll see, though. I'm really curious to see, though, if theirs have it or not. But we'll see. But if not, we'll be back in there, though. But and the Walmart, though, is right over here, though. So we'll see, though. Into Walmart we go. And I also wanted to make sure to mention that later this week, I'm going to have some videos going up, because I was up in Texas, this past weekend, shooting Butcher's Bluff, an upcoming slasher film. So I'm going to be having an on-set video going up. That'll probably be going up on like Friday, I believe. I think it'll be Friday, and then I also have a movie hunting video as well, going to Half Price Books. So I did one of those as well. I was going to go to that one place called, I think it was called I Love Movies or We Love Movies. It was like this huge, amazing store, but it's been closed, since everything happened. So it hasn't opened back up, and it doesn't have any, you can't go in at all. It's totally closed. I really hope it opens back up, because the place looks amazing. I really wanted to show it so much, but hopefully down the line, whenever I go back to Texas, I'll be able to look in that store, because that's a place I wanted to see so much. Like I said, though, be on the lookout for those. The on-set set vlog, and in the vlog, the Butcher's Bluff one, I went to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre gas station, so that was really cool from the original film, so that was really, really cool to see. But now we'll look though and see the new releases here. And well, I can say one thing, I'm glad I waited, because I was right. Vertical Entertainment always have slipcovers. So here it is, Infamous, and see how much cool it is with the slipcover, as opposed to, I mean, to me, I love the slipcovers. I know, like I said, not everybody cares about them, but it's real kind of a little bit much more of a muted image on it without the slipcover, and I think it looks a lot better. So isn't that weird that there was absolutely no slipcovers on any of the DVDs of this one at all? And same with the other one in there, which I don't know if they have that other one. I don't know if Walmart will carry that other movie because of the subject matter of it. They probably won't. We'll see though. They might be in the section somewhere, but I'm glad I waited and didn't get it in there because I almost did. But yeah, I'm very, very glad I waited. It's the same exact price, $12.96. But if you guys go to Target, let me know though, is your Target the same situation where this one did not have a slipcover on it? But definitely going to get that one. And they do have the King of Staten Island here, and that one is $22.96 for that one for the Blu-ray, and then $17.96 for the DVD. So I think it's actually cheaper here. I think it was $24, I think, in Target, I believe, for the Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure. And then, like I said, $17.96 for the DVD. These ones though, they have it's not put out on the shelf, but this one here, the Burnt Orange Heresy, there is a Blu-ray of that one, but it's a burn-on-demand Blu-ray, but it's actually a press disc. But the Burnt Orange Heresy was amazing. Like, I love that movie. I wish they had it out to show, but that movie was great. Like, I would totally recommend that one. But I would, you know, probably get the Blu-ray of it. You can get that one probably online. I don't think it would be in store because, like I said, it's a manufacturer on demand, but it is a press disc one. But other than that, though, I don't see anything else new here in the front as far as I can tell. Let's look here on the side, because sometimes there's new stuff mixed in. And see, this is another one of the Vertical Entertainment ones I got, I think, last week. And see, has a slip cover. So they're always kind of known for slips, vertical titles. See, here's another Vertical Entertainment, Darkness Falls. That one has a slip. Like I said, I know not everybody cares about them, but I always absolutely like, I don't know, I just always like to get the ones that have it. But let's peek here in the section, and I hate this TV here because they loop this music, and I always feel like it's going to be copyrighted, so I never really want to, like, I don't know, I'll peek over there quickly, but I really don't like that music on that TV because I'm really worried it's copyrighted, and it's going to cause video problems. So it's like this loop that never ends of these people with the squirt guns and everything. It's like, ugh. But I'll peek over there and we'll see though if they have anything else mixed in this section though. Yeah, but over here though, they do have the Flash here, the complete 6th season for $27.96 here. And One Night in Bangkok, which I believe released this week, that one is $14.96. I really like that one with Mark Dacakis here. I would recommend that one. And then they have Chicago Fire season 8 here. I've never watched any of that show. And I think this one, the Washington, for $9.96, I believe that one was new as well. But other than that, this Clint Eastwood set, I think this might have been out a long time ago and they just have it here. I think so. It's like a 40 movie collection for $29.96. That's a really good price for that one. But other than that though, I don't see anything else new mixed in the section here or anything like that as far as I can tell. And you know, the first Tuesday of the month, they always change up the section and get in like a whole bunch of brand new stuff. So they should have a bunch of new stuff. This is one of those movies too. I totally forgot there was a Blu-ray of it. Like I feel like I would have probably known that, but for some reason I feel like you never see that one on Blu-ray. But yeah, sometimes you got to get out of this section quickly because there's all kind of copyrighted things on loops and stuff over there. But you know, that Please Dear God No or Please God No, I knew they weren't going to have that one because of the subject matter in here. But yeah, definitely going to get the Bella Thorne one here, Infamous, and I heard pretty good things about this one, and I pretty much watched everything Bella Thorne is in, so definitely look forward to seeing this one for sure though. And like I said, really glad I waited and didn't get the other one without the slipcover. And yeah, like I said, I will have a review too of the King of Staten Island soon. I would have had a copy by now, but like something had happened with the shipping. They sent it to the wrong, like they sent it out to New York or something by mistake. So now it's like heading back here from FedEx. I don't know, something weird happened, but I will have a review of it soon. I cannot wait to see this one. This is one I really, really wanted to see. So yeah, and I heard good things about it too. And it's like, I heard that Pete Davidson did a really good job in it. So definitely look forward to seeing that one. But like I said, other than that though, I don't see anything else new in here. And like I said, definitely look up the Burnt Orange Heresy, guys. I thought that one was really, really good though. Yeah, so I ended up, like I said, I ended up getting the Bella Thorne Infamous one. Like I said, I'm really glad I waited. And then I also got these Pop-Tarts my brother was trying to find. They're like, you know, exclusive ones that are only in Walmart, like these crisp apple ones. But like I said, glad I waited to get the one with the slipcover. And I know, like I said, I know some people might be like, oh, slipcover doesn't matter. But I don't know, I always like them. And I always like to get, you know, that version. But one thing that drives me crazy, and I'm sure it does too, and I was really noticing it when I was at the airport, is people when they have like the masks and do really weird things with it. Like their whole nose is out, and that happens in Walmart all the time. The snoz is out, the whole snoz. But the worst though, especially in the airport, and I had to go, and one airport though, they were selling those N95s or something like that, the better masks. Because I got so nervous because it kept going on. Everybody at the Phoenix airport, because I had a layover, all took off their masks when they were making phone calls. It's like everybody was on the phone without the mask on, and I was having like a panic attack in that airport. So I had to go buy this. It was like $15 for 2 of those things, but I was like, and then the airplane, I was still gonna sit in the middle. It was like the human centipede. I'll make you the middle. So I was like, oh. So I bought that one, but I don't know why, but that airport, man, everybody's like took the whole mask off and they were walking and talking on the phone. It was like, oh. And I talk on the phone all the time. I was in the airport talking to like Danny for like an hour, killing time for the flight, and I had my mask on the entire time, and you know, it's fine. I don't know. This is one of those kind of things you notice. But now I'm gonna head over to Best Buy. Into Best Buy we go. And in here though, in the actual section though, I looked in the front, they didn't have anything new out, but they do have some new stuff here, which is good. I don't see the Bella Thorne movie Infamous, but I don't think I usually see them carrying Vertical Entertainment titles in here. At least as far as I can remember, I don't see them too often. They do have the King of Staten Island here, and that one is $22.99 for that one. And I really like the look of the design of the back of this one. This is one of the ones too, this kind of a look, I could have imagined like a slipcover. I mean, sorry, a Steelbook that kind of had this kind of look to it. But like I said, I really cannot wait to watch this one. Like I said, there should be a review of this one up next Tuesday, as long as that one arrives and doesn't get sent back to New York again, or all that kind of weird stuff that was going on with that. And with this one though, I was showing Chicago Fire Season 8 in Walmart, and this one is $29.99. But also though, this one Chicago Med release, and that one is $29.99 for that one. And I guess do these shows like connect in some way? And like, did the characters ever come, like what characters from this show end up in this show? I don't know if they do or not. I've never seen any episodes of this show at all, like not a single solid episode. I don't know where this airs. I'm guessing like CBS or something like that, but I have literally never seen one episode of those shows. But other than that though, this one released last week, and this one is $14.99, and a lot of people were telling me this one was really good, this one called Prevenge. I think I'm going to get this one because this sounds really interesting. And I don't know, I like the concept of this, sounds really cool. So I think I'm going to buy this one because I really do want to see this. It's like, I think it was like a Shudder exclusive. I think it came out in the UK first, and then Shudder bought it for like exclusive in the US. But one thing that's really cool, if you guys didn't know too, Shudder, when they're releasing the movie called Scare Package, and Joe Bob Briggs on, has the show on Shudder, when he talks about movies and stuff like that, and they're actually going to include on the Blu-ray of Scare Package the episode of him talking about Scare Package. So the full episode is going to be included on there as a feature. So that's a really cool thing. I really hope that they start doing that with more releases, or like maybe they make a box set of like or like a Blu-ray of like other Joe Bob Briggs episodes that they can get permission to release on, because I know they have to like license the movies and stuff, but that'd be really cool because I would love to have physical copies of those. But really cool they're going to include that on there. But they also do have the Flash, the complete 6th season, and that one is $31.99. But other than that though, I don't see anything else different in here. I did find though that you want to check this section over here though, because sometimes this is kind of like a weird spillover section, and sometimes like other stuff is put in here, like extra stuff, because I think I saw the woman putting this over here last Tuesday and I didn't end up getting it, and I really did want to get this one, but I don't see anything else here. But they have more copies of Prevenge right here, but sometimes they end up putting extra stuff here though. But yeah, definitely going to get this one though. Yeah, so I ended up getting that Prevenge movie. Like I said, I saw that you know, in Walmart had it last Tuesday, and then they only had the DVD, and then I saw it in Best Buy, but the woman was putting it out, or it was kind of like in the cart, and I didn't want to grab it, and I didn't know what it cost or anything like that. It's always kind of weird if it's in the cart grabbing and stuff like that, and I didn't know too much about it, but a lot of you guys in the comments were saying this one was really good, so the actress in here too is also in this movie called Sightseers, which is a really weird movie, so I really like that one a lot, so I definitely look forward to watching this one. But also too, let me know in the comments below though if you guys went out today, what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K, and let me know too if you had the same thing, if you went to Target as well, and if your one of the Bella Thorne movie didn't have the slipcover. I don't know, that kind of thing I always get perplexed by that kind of stuff when slipcovers are missing and why they didn't have them and why they normally do and all that kind of stuff. Like I always wonder about that kind of stuff. And also though, let me know too anything new you guys have watched on streaming or any new TV shows you guys are watching. I believe it's this Friday, Bill and Ted Face the Music is going to be going on demand. And from what I can tell, I don't know if you can just rent the movie or you have to buy it, because I saw something about it was like $25 or something. I don't know if you can just rent the movie for like $15 or not. I'd probably do that if you can get it on like cable or, you know, on like demand or something like that through Time Warner or something, because I really want to see that. Like Bill and Ted to me are like two of my absolute favorite movies and probably the top 10 movies of the movies that I love. So I really do really want to see it so much. So I'm definitely going to do that. I know there'll be a Blu-ray down the line. It may be a while. They may like wait like 2 or 3 months on it, so I really don't want to wait. I really want to watch that. And I don't think there's been any reviews out for it or anything, but I'm sure I'm going to love it. Like, I absolutely love those movies, so I really can't wait. But like I said, let me know anything new that you guys have watched on streaming or any of that kind of stuff, as well as stuff that you guys picked up. Also, let me know what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks I reviewed at the end of this video. If you guys have seen them, what you guys thought of them. But anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new reviews. Now, before we get to the reviews, I want to show you guys this really cool 4K Steelbook here. Thanks so much to High Def Ninja for sending this one over here to show you guys this release here. And this is a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook here of the 4K edition of the film, which stars Keanu Reeves, 47 Ronin here. And this is, like I said, this is the Steelbook edition and the Best Buy exclusive. I just put the sticker here just so you guys knew it was a Best Buy exclusive. But this movie here, I think this is actually a pretty cool movie, and I'll show you guys a look inside this one. I really love the one character in here too. This is a really well designed Steelbook, but I really love the one character. He passed away recently, but he was so cool. He had all these different tattoos and everything. He was fully tattooed, but he was so cool. He was in some music videos as well. But this is definitely a very cool Steelbook here. Like I said, just want to let you guys know that this one was available. We'll check underneath too to see if there's anything underneath for this one. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything else. You kind of see like kind of a blurred image in there, but definitely a very cool Steelbook here. Like I said, just want to let you guys know this one was available from Best Buy, and this is the Best Buy exclusive 47 Ronin 4K Steelbook. And also, though, before we get to the brand new reviews, I have 3 brand new releases here to let you guys know are available. And I have a link below where you guys can go to order these ones. And these are all from producer, director, The Dark Infinity. And these are all films as I appear in and act in. The first one here is a movie called The Beast Beneath. This is a really fun movie about this, creature, prehistoric creature, which comes out in the desert, from a earthquake, and it comes out of the ground. And this one here, my character is out like looking for his dog, and gets, it doesn't go well with this creature. This is a really fun movie here, and this one here also has some special features on here. It has some behind the scenes footage, it has a 3D scene, it has trailer and TV spots, so a bunch of features are included in this one. It also has like a retro style, like kind of like a newspaper ad for the movie that you would see like in the newspapers promoting the film. So it's a really cool retro ad is included in here as well with this one. This one here is Found Footage of Fear. This is a found footage movie, and with this one here, I filmed a segment for this one, and it's all actually in this DVD room. So where this I'm talking about this now, and this was actually filmed and recorded all in this room here. And like I said, this one here is called Found Footage of Fear. So this is a really cool horror anthology. And the last one here is Angry Asian Murder Hornets, and this one here is about giant killer murder hornets which are going and attacking people. And my character is like going out for to go to the pool for a swim swim, and basically it doesn't go well with the murder hornets like coming after me. It's really fun. It's like, you know, all like these crazy, CGI hornets coming after one. It has a real like, the same with the Beneath. It has like a real like 1970s, early 80s kind of vibe. This one has that kind of vibe as well. Like I said, this one is Angry Asian Murder Hornets. It's a bit of a tongue twister saying it, but like I said, all these ones, I'll have a link below where you guys can go to order all these ones, but some really fun movies. Like I said, just want to let you guys know that these ones were available. And the first one I got here is from Shout Factory, and this is one I just want you guys know is available. And this is from the Shout Factory G Kids line. This is an anime film here called Children of the Sea, and this is a movie though that has like the animation in this one is absolutely amazing. This is like absolutely beautiful animation. It's one of those kind of animation where like everything looks like a painting, and it has like really like interesting kind of textures to the way they did certain things in this. Like I said, I really like this animation in this film. Also, the music in here I really loved as well. It was from the same composer who did the music in Spirited Away, which I would say is probably one of my favorite anime films, that I've seen. I haven't seen tons of them, but of the ones that I've seen, Spirited Away has always been one of my favorites. I remember seeing that one in theaters when that came out and how much I love that. And this one is basically, though, about this girl who, went to an aquarium when she was younger, and, she believed that she saw this ghost in there, in the tank. And it's kind of, she's always been drawn to go back there, and then there's these other boys that were drawn to go there as well. And she kind of meets them, and it's kind of like, about something that's going on in the ocean with the animals and things that are happening to them. It's very hard to explain, but it's a really, really interesting movie. I really thought this was a cool film. This one has on here, though, over 2 hours of bonus features. It includes interviews with the director, as well as the composer. It has animatics, behind the scenes, and more on this one. So a lot of features on this one. It also includes the DVD and the Blu-ray in this one, but one like I said, would definitely recommend you guys check this out. Like I said, this one here is called Children of the Sea. The next one here is from Warner Brothers. This is one I was really interested in seeing. This is the sequel. This is Warner Brothers sent over a free copy. This one, to let you guys know this one was available, and this is Deep Blue Sea 3, which I was really interested in seeing. I really loved the first film. I thought the second film was fun as well. This one, though, out of the part 2 and 3, I would say I like this one the best. It's basically, though, about like this floating vessel, research vessel in the middle of the ocean. It's kind of like almost like the floating world in like Waterworld, where like Kevin Costner's character comes to. It's almost like that, like floating in the middle of the ocean. It has that kind of a vibe to it a little bit. And basically, though, they're out there kind of studying sharks and kind of studying their behavior and all that kind of stuff. And it's also, though, about these fishermen who are kind of going and like following these sharks as well, because there was like these shark attacks that had happened, and they're kind of following them and trying to track where they are and everything. And then these sharks, though, have found their way to this research vessel, out in the middle of the ocean that's floating out there. And basically, though, it's about them out there, getting attacked by these sharks, and then them, both of them kind of having, both those groups having to work together to try and figure out how to survive and what they're going to do about these insane sharks coming after them. Like I said, I thought this was actually a really, really fun movie. On here, though, this has a Deep Blue Sea, a making of on here, as well as Sinking Sets and Sharks, making of Deep Blue Sea. So 2 featurettes on the film on this one. But like I said, if you guys are a fan of the Deep Blue Sea movies, would definitely recommend you guys check this one out. The next one here is from Universal, and this is a movie here called Emperor, in which Bruce Dern is in this movie. And this one is it's inspired by a true legend, and it's about this an African American, it's during the time of slavery, and he's, but he comes from a family where he was like a king. He's basically, a king, from in his family, and basically, though, he's going and trying to, and he escapes, and it's him trying to get to the north. And it's kind of about the journey that he goes on, and it also goes too with going and during the raid. It's during the time. It's like right before the Civil War, so it's a time where the Harper's Ferry was going on, like the raid of that, and he's kind of like him joining the North and going to that, and then at the same time trying to get free and all that kind of stuff. I thought this was a really, really well done character piece. All the acting in this one was great. Definitely would recommend you guys check this one out here. Like I said, this one here is called Emperor here from Universal. The next one here is from Paramount, and this is one I just want you guys know was available. And this is the complete second season here of Magnum P.I. Now, this is Magnum P.I., the newest series of the show, the remake, which stars Jay Hernandez, who I always think of from Hostel. I've always been a fan of him. He's been in a lot of different stuff I've liked throughout the years. And this is a pretty good series, though. And it's, like I said, it's a reboot of the series, but I thought it was actually really pretty good. It has the same vibe to it, but, modernized and everything. But this one has on here, though, a whole bunch of different features. It has deleted scenes. It has the Hawaii Five-0 crossover episode, so that was pretty cool. I always like when they have, like, shows that cross over into another and stuff like that. That's always a cool thing that they do. This has on here, though, the story of Magnum PI on here. It has a video diary on this one, as well as a gag reel. And in here, too, this is a... This one here is a 5-disc set here. Like I said, though, just want to let you guys know this one was available if you guys were a fan of the Magnum PI, reboot series here. The next one here is from Vinegar Syndrome. Now, this was, like, absolutely hilarious. And this was, like, really making me miss spoof films. Like, there has not been a spoof movie in years. And I always liked all of the spoof movies. Like the Scary Movie. Even, like, the ones that were not great, like Epic Movie, were still kind of fun, bad watches. I would take something like that now. I feel like we really need, like, a good, like, ridiculous spoof movie. And this is one that I feel like I might have seen on, like, USA Up All Night or something as a little kid, or maybe I rented it on VHS or something back in the day, and I probably did because Paul Reubens is in this movie, and it's a movie here called Pandemonium, which this one has an absolutely amazing cast. It has Paul Reubens. It has in here, though, Carol Kane, also has Judge Reinhold, and he has, like, a total, like, bleach blonde, dye job in this, and it also has a whole lot of different cameos, like Tab Hunter's in this movie, Phil Hartman's in the movie, there's a whole handful of other people in this, but it's basically, though, it's a parody film, and this is made in 1982. And it's kind of has the vibe of, like, Student Bodies. It has that type of feel to it, and it's basically, though, about, like, a killer that is killing cheerleaders, and it's like, all these cheerleaders got killed. They, like, got skewered by this thing in the beginning of the movie, and the one cheerleader that survived, she ended up opening up, like, a cheerleading school, and this is about all the characters, the kids that are going to this cheerleading school. And of course now some killer is coming after them, and they do all these, like, self-aware stuff, like they put stuff on the screen that says, like, victim number 1, victim number 2, you know what I mean? And, like, all the deaths in here are absolutely ridiculous, and, like, characters are, like, addicted to, like, brushing their teeth and, like, eating toothpaste, and there's all sorts of really, really weird stuff. And Paul Reubens is basically playing a number of the way he's playing his character, he's very much Pee Wee Herman. Like, he's not totally Pee Wee Herman, but there's a number of times when he's, like, doing the laugh that's exactly like Pee Wee, and he gets kind of mad. It sounds like Pee Wee. So this is kind of like almost like Pee Wee light, his character in here, because this is, like, right around the time when he was, like, creating the Pee Wee character, and I think this was like 2 years before the Pee Wee stand-up comedy special that he did, and then of course came the Pee Wee's Big Adventure, and then came Pee Wee's Playhouse. But I love this. This was, like, such a fun movie, and it is so ridiculous, and it's just all kind of ridiculous stuff happening. It has vibes of, like, Carrie in here. Carol Kane's character is kind of like a Carrie character in here. And the director of this one was Alfred Soule, who also directed an amazing movie, which Vinegar Syndrome released as well, called Alice, Sweet Alice. And if you guys have never seen that movie, that is an absolute must-watch. On here, though, it has a brand new 2K scan of this one. I thought this one looks great here on Blu-ray. And it also has an interview on here with the director, as well as a promotional still gallery. But this is one, would definitely recommend you guys check this one out. Really like this one. The next ones here are both from Blue Underground. And this is the 4K release here of the Lucio Fulci film, A House by the Cemetery. Now, this one has on here, though, now keep in mind, this one only has the 4K edition of the movie. So it has the 4K, and then the extras disc is a Blu-ray. So just so you know, this is only a 4K version, so you guys would have to have a 4K player to play the disc that has the movie on it. But this is a Lucio Fulci one I always really like. This is a very creepy movie about, like, this weird type of, like, something had happened in this house, and there was, like, this crazy, like, experiments going on with this doctor in this basement of this house, and it's basically about this family moving into this house, unknowing of what happened there in the past, and this doctor and his experiments and all these type of things, and, basically weird sort of things are starting to happen in there, and it's like, if you know Lucio Fulci's movies, it has, like, crazy gore and great synth music and that kind of stuff, and this is one that you don't hear about as much as some of his films like Zombie and stuff like that, but I really like this one. On here, though, this has a commentary track on here with Troy Harworth on here on disc 1. It has deleted scenes, theatrical trailer, TV spots, poster and still gallery. Has a bunch of different cast interviews on here, interviews with the effects artists on here, interview with the sound effects artist, you know, lots and lots of different stuff on this one. And 4K wise, though, this one looks great. It was a, you know, great transfer. So if you guys have 4K capacities, would definitely recommend this is for an upgrade for this one. The other one here from Blue Underground as well, and this is another one. This is kind of in the style of like Maniac and Maniac Cop and those type of movies. It has that kind of feel, and it's a New York Ripper. Also like Pieces a little bit. This is another Lucio Fulci movie, and this one is a New York Ripper. Now this one, though, it has the movie in a Blu-ray of the movie as well as a 4K version of the movie in this particular one. So like I said, the other one, though, only had the 4K of the movie. So this one, though, you could watch if you have a Blu-ray and you didn't have a 4K and you wanted to, you know, you thought you might upgrade in the future. But picture quality in this one is great. But this is basically, you know, great upgrade for sure. But it's basically, though, about like this killer that's going around and killing people on the street. It's a super, super brutal movie, and it's kind of trying to track down and figure out who it is. And like I said, it has that sort of Maniac kind of vibe and everything. On here, though, it has a commentary track with Troy Harworth on this one. It has a theatrical trailer, as well as on here, it has a interview with the co-writer. It has an interview with the star of the film, an interview on here with this co-star, a whole bunch of different interviews on this one. It has a New York locations featurette showing what the locations were like then and now. And I always like that, to see like the way the areas look different and all that kind of stuff. It has a theatrical trailer as well as a poster and still gallery in this one. Like I said, though, this has the you know, the Blu-ray disc as well as the 4K disc in this one. But a really, really cool slasher film here. And the next ones here are all ones that I got from MovieZing.com, and I have a link below where you guys can order these ones for the best price. But the first ones are all from Universal, and this is one that I remember seeing this one in theaters, and this was like, I remember how like wacky and absolutely ridiculous and strange this movie is. And it's a movie with Matt LeBlanc, and this is basically, though, you know, it's a movie here called Ed, and like I said, this is absolutely one of the most ridiculous movies ever made. And it's about like a this chimpanzee that is playing baseball with Matt LeBlanc on this baseball team, and it's just kind of like, that's basically what it is. And it's just all this like wacky, ridiculous stuff, and like the chimpanzee is like doing farts and all this kind of stuff. I mean, this is like totally like one of the most goofiest one, and this kind of was before a lot of the movies like this were coming out. There was like, after this, they did like movies, a lot of movies like with dogs, like Air Bud, and they did a couple other movies with monkeys as well. And I think they might have done some earlier, but this is like, I feel like the one that really kind of started the trend of doing those kind of films, and it is like absolutely ridiculous. It's definitely, if you guys want to watch like a really goofy, fun movie, and if you guys have never seen this one, definitely worth checking out. I'm glad this one got a Blu-ray release, you know, from Universal. This is another one here from Universal as well, and this is a Julian Hough film, which I really like this movie. I thought this is probably, out of everything I've seen Julian Hough in, I thought this was like probably one of my favorite movies of hers, because it's a very different role for her, and it's like, I don't know, just like the whole concept of this movie I liked. This is also from you know, a Blumhouse production as well, and this is a movie here called Curve, and I feel like this one kind of went under the radar when this released. When this came out originally, I think in, I can't remember exactly when this came out originally. It was a couple years back. And I think originally the DVD was like a Walmart exclusive at one point. I think so. Maybe I might be wrong about that, but I remember there was a couple Blumhouse releases that were originally Walmart exclusives at one point. But this is another one I'm really glad to have a Blu-ray. But this is basically, though, about Julian Hough's character, and she ends up picking up this hitchhiker, and he's basically like this deranged guy, and she ends up, you know, not knowing what to do because he pulls a knife on her. So she ends up crashing the car to try and, you know, to stop this guy. And basically, though, it backfires, and she ends up crashing into this ditch and gets trapped in the car. And the hitchhiker ends up getting out and kind of going off and kind of leaving her in there. And it's basically, though, things get worse and worse for her when she's in the car. She can't get to her phone, and like she's all messed up from the accident of this car, and she's basically trying to figure out exactly what to do and how to survive. And this is a great movie. I said I really like this one. If you guys have never watched this one, this is definitely a must-watch. Another one I'm really glad to have a Blu-ray of this one. And this has on here, though, a bonus feature, which is the alternate storyline to this movie as well on this. And this is one that out of the American Pie sequels, and there is a new American Pie, if you guys didn't know, coming out, and this is from Universal as well, and like I said, these ones are all from MovieZing.com. But this is, there is a new American Pie sequel coming out in October, which I'm really interested in seeing that one. But this is the one of the direct-to-video sequels, I feel like you don't hear about as much, and kind of got forgotten about a little bit. And it's a fun one as well, because Eugene Levy came back as well. I don't think Eugene Levy's doing a cameo or anything in the new one, which I wish he was, because that was what he was kind of what always held these sequels together, was because he always came back and did like a cameo or sometimes a bigger role in them. And this one here is called American Pie Beta House, and this one is the unrated version of the film, and this one is finally available on Blu-ray. And this one originally came out, another one I can't remember exactly, 2008 when this one originally released, and I think this was the last one until the newest one that maybe Book of Love might have been after this one. I can't remember. Book of Love might have been after this one. I can't remember for sure what point this one released with all the other sequels. Because like I said, there was a number of different ones. There was Band Camp, and then there was A Naked Mile, and a handful of other ones. But this one, though, is basically, though, about, they're trying to, a group of these guys are trying to save their fraternity, and they go and they're trying to get into this, this Greek, competition, trying to, like, win this competition and stuff like that. But this is a very, very fun movie. And it has on here all the features from the original DVD are included, like deleted storylines, deleted scenes, outtakes, exclusive interviews behind the games, music video on here, 2 different music videos, commentary track, so lots and lots of features on this one. But definitely a very, very fun film. And this is another one that was a very forgotten movie with Matthew Broderick, which I had not seen this movie in years. And it's a movie here called Out on a Limb. And this is one, like I said, this is from 1992, and you don't hear about this one too much. And I think it may have had I believe it had a DVD release, but it's one of those ones that you don't even really see the DVD of this one too much. Like I said, I think there was one, but this is basically about, Matthew Broderick's character, and it's kind of about this guy who just keeps getting into one problem after another and losing this number that include this money and people coming after him, and it's basically just all sorts of troubles that his character gets into, and things just get worse and worse and worse, and he gets into worse and worse situations. But a very, very fun movie. Like I said, this one here is called Out on a Limb, but definitely worth checking out here as well. And the next one I got here is from MovieZing as well, and this is also from B-Boy is the name of the company. This is a documentary here called Screaming in High Heels, The Rise and the Fall of the Scream Queen Era. And this is a great documentary all about Scream Queens. And it's basically, though, interviews Scream Queens such as Brinke Stevens, Linnea Quigley, Michelle Bauer. And it's all talking about, the Scream Queen era from like the mid-'80s, when there were movies like Sorority Babes and Slime Bowl-orama and Return of the Living Dead, and like a lot of direct-to-video ones, and it was like a whole big like slew of those kind of films. And they had all kind of stuff, like Linnea Quigley had like her own workout VHS, and all these different things, and like trading cards and magazines and appearances on TV and all these different kind of things, and it's kind of all talking about how that was so big in the 80s and that kind of stuff, and then how it kind of kind of fell off and it wasn't as big of a thing. But I feel like nowadays, though, Scream Queens are really coming back. And, they even made that series Scream Queens, but I feel like Scream Queens are really coming back now, because I feel like there's a lot more indie horror films and that kind of stuff, and there's a lot of horror actresses that you see working all the time. And, Linnea Quigley and Brinke Stevens work all the time, and same with Michelle Bauer. I've gotten to work with Linnea Quigley in a handful of things like Girls Gone Dead, and Brinke Stevens, recently she was in Butcher's Bluff, which I just finished filming my part in that one this past weekend in Texas. And Brinke Stevens has also been in a handful of movies I was in with Dustin Ferguson, like Jaws of Los Angeles, and a bunch of different stuff. Both really great actresses and really nice people. Like I said, really glad to have gotten to work with them in the past. But this one here is, like I said, it's all about the Scream Queens, and this one has on here, though, it has 2011 outtakes with Linnea Quigley, Brinke Stevens, and Michelle Bauer. It has all new 2020 cast reunion special, 2 flashback weekend horror Q&A sessions, a new photo gallery and a trailer gallery on this one. But really great documentary here. This one here is from MovieZing as well, and this is a movie here called The Evil Rises. And this basically, though, it's about a group of friends, who discover this old statue, and it's kind of like it's like like you see the statue is not a good thing, and it's kind of like it ends up causing all these problems, and it's kind of like needs like to get them like to collect human blood so the statue can kind of come back to life. It's like that kind of thing. It's about like trying to figure out exactly what's going on. These people who are trying to stop this, and it's like a priest and a pizza guy and all these different stuff that all kind of trying to get to this compound to stop what's going on because they know what's happening. It's like, it was actually a really pretty cool movie. I like this one a lot here. Like I said, this one here is called The Evil Rises. This one here is from moviezing.com as well. This is also from CBS, and this is a show that was on, because I wasn't sure where this originally aired, and I looked it up, and I believe this was on CBS All Access, which is like the CBS streaming service. And this is a series here called, this is the complete first seasons of Why Women Kill. And this one has in here Lucy Liu, Alexander Daddaio's in this one. And it's basically, though, it tells the story, it's like about 3 different women, in different eras. And it's sort of like from the 60s and the 80s and then 2018. And it's kind of, they're all dealing with, and they're all in the same house, but in different eras. And that's a different interesting concept, because you always think about like who lived in your house before and that kind of stuff, especially if you lived in an older house. You always wonder like who was there, and I don't know, I always think of that kind of stuff. Just like my house, like I always wonder like who was here before and that kind of stuff. But it's basically, though, about, you know, these women, and they're all dealing with like the infidelity of their husbands and kind of like what they do, and they're, you know, and why women kill. So it gives you kind of an idea. But I like this one a lot. This is like a really interesting series, and like I said, it was interesting how it was done with 3 different eras and all that kind of stuff. And this one here is a 3-disc set here. Like I said, this one here is called Why Women Kill. The next one here is from a company called it's called Reel to Reel Films, and this is a movie which is you know, called Behind the Line: Escape to Dunkirk. And this is all about, it's basically, though, you know, set in 1940. It's about a Nazi commander, you know, who basically discovers that one of, you know, the prisoners, you know, is a you know, a championship boxer, and he's basically, though, going and having him like do these, you know, boxing matches, you know, for entertainment and stuff for people to watch. But at the same time, though, the you know, the prisoners of war there, they want to use this that's going on, like watching this is like you know, a chance to escape and to get away. So it's kind of like them planning, you know, their escape when this show is going on. I thought this is a really, really well done war film here. Like I said, this one here is called Behind the Line: Escape to Dunkirk. The next one here is from Synapse Films, and this one here is a double feature. This has 2 different films, and you can reverse the artwork to see the different ones, but this one has the movie Suckers, as well as the movie 6 Days in Roswell. So it has both films, and both of them are remastered. So but both these ones look great here on Blu-ray. You know, Suckers, though, this is one I remember seeing years and years back. I don't remember if I saw it on TV or VHS or something. I can't remember, but I know I remember seeing this one before. And it's basically, though, about like this guy who really needs a job, and he owes all this money, and you know, he's having like loan sharks, and loan sharks are coming after him for money, and he ends up getting a job working for this guy. He's like this car dealership guy. He's like one of those kind of really like skeezy car dealerships who will like do anything to make a deal, and he's kind of like shifty and all that kind of stuff. And he basically gets a job working for him, and Lori Loughlin plays the guy's wife, who's telling him he needs to get a job because of these loan sharks and all that kind of stuff. And he basically comes to work for this guy, and he has to kind of go and be like shady and do this kind of bad stuff, and then it's like the loan sharks are coming after him, and it's all this kind of stuff. And the actor who plays the boss is great. Like I can't remember the stuff that he was in, but he's been in a ton of different things. But it's a really, really fun movie. I really like this one a lot. And this one has on here all new 4K remaster, supervised and approved by the director. Picture quality on both these ones look great. It also has on here, though, a brand new 5.1 surround sound mix, a commentary track on here with the writer and director, as well as with the cinematographer and some of the actors on this one, and composer. It has deleted scenes, raw outtakes from the original trailer, and also has, like I said, the a bonus double feature on here, which includes the 4K restoration of 6 Days in Roswell on this one, as well as the reversible artwork, which I mentioned. It has a catalog in here too, talking about some of their future releases and stuff like that. And there's some interesting ones coming out, like The Convent and Crocodile. I don't think they have dates yet, but I can't wait for those ones. And like you know, Living Dead at Manchester Morgue. So there's a whole lot of really cool ones coming out, you know, in the future, you know, from Synapse Films. So I cannot wait for those ones. But this is a really, really fun film here. The next one here is from Strand Releasing. It's a movie here called Straight Up. This one has a handful of cameos in this movie as well. Like Randall Park is in this movie, and it's called, like I said, it's called Straight Up. And it's about this guy who basically he's gay, and he has like not having really good luck with dating, and he's kind of like, and he meets this girl, and then he comes up with this idea that like maybe I'm not gay, and he starts to kind of like this girl, but it's kind of like he likes her, but he's not really interested in being with her, like sleeping with her and stuff like that. So it's like a different kind of a relationship. And it's kind of him trying to figure out exactly, because he really likes to be with her, and it's kind of like, he's kind of confused about this, and it's like, is he thinking that he might be straight just because he's had such bad luck in these bad relationships and that kind of stuff? But it's a really, really well done movie here. I like this one a lot. This one has original theatrical trailer in this one, outtakes, deleted scenes, as well as trailers for other Strand releases on this one. Then the last ones here, these ones are all from the website Stinky Tuna. They sent these ones over here to let you guys know that these ones are available, and I have a link below for their website where you guys can go to order these ones. And these ones are all Netflix original films here, and this one is one I'm so glad to finally have a physical copy of this one, because you know me, I absolutely love Pee-wee, like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Big Top Pee-wee, Pee-wee's Playhouse, like I've always loved Pee-wee, and I really love this Netflix film. This was from a handful of years back, and I always liked this movie. I thought this was really fun, and this is Pee-wee's Big Holiday, and it's just basically about Pee-wee going on a holiday, and he kind of comes across all these kind of problems, and like he's going to this party, and like all these kind of people that he comes across along the way and everything. But it's a really, really fun movie, so I'm really, really glad to have a physical copy of this one here. And the other one was the really new film. This is came out like a month or two back, which stars Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams. Eurovision Song Contest: The Story of First Saga, and this is another one that was really fun, goofy movie about like Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams' characters going on this tour, and it's like they're not really great singers and stuff like that, so they're kind of like ridiculous things that happen in one. But I thought this was a very, very fun movie here. Here's look inside at this one, and this one here. These ones here, I'm going to be checking these ones out soon, but I want to let you guys know that these ones are available from them as well. And this one here is the movie Hush. And this is like one I've heard really great things about this one, as well as the movie The Open House here, and as well as The Perfectionist. This one here, too, The Perfection. This is the one, too, I remember my dad was telling me like how great this one was. So this is one I definitely cannot wait to check this one out here. But like I said, really glad to have physical copies of these ones. Like I said, these ones are all available from Stinky Tuna. And I'll have a link below, though, where you guys can go to order these ones. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. And like I always say, if you guys enjoyed these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.